Peace, love, and light, family. Sister Toffee here, creator of kmsc.online, where we talk about divine nature within your spirit. Today is Saturday, the 18th of June, 2022. So I've got your spread here, got the nectars out, and we're just going to keep this video really short and simple. I'm going to ask for guidance for each one of the nectars, or the powers of manifestation. Okay, and we're going to see what Spirit has to say about this upcoming week. For those of you that are fathers, happy Father's Day. For you women that are taking father roles, happy Father's Day. Okay, so I hope you enjoy your Father's Day, and I hope those that you take care of are appreciating you today, because you deserve it, right? So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Okay, I'm going to see which deck do we want to use right now. I'm going to use, to get started, we're going to use the Gilded Reverie, Lenormand. We're just going to use, I like the Lenormand because of the visuals. I'll give you guys some announcements later on. It's really nothing major, just the same thing I've already said, that KMSC is being restructured and possibly maybe turned into a hobby. It's kind of up in the air, so I'm going to continue to be here every week for you, as long as Spirit allows me to do so. And we're going to at least cover weekly what we should be looking for spiritually, how we can align ourselves for whatever Spirit's doing. So we'll get started with a prayer, and then we'll go ahead and begin. Okay? So, blessed Heavenly Father, Mother God, thank you for this moment. Thank you for this day. I'm asking for guidance for the week of the 19th through, what was it, the 20, I think it's 25th. So please give us guidance for the upcoming week. Let us know where we can align ourselves spiritually with whatever it is that you have planned for us this upcoming week. Thank you. All right, so let's get started. I got the Lenormand deck here. For those of you that have never seen it, it's a really beautiful deck. It has a lot of colorful illustrations. And this is made by Cyril Marchetti. So let's go ahead and ask Spirit what is coming up for the week. Whoa, too many. Well, actually, only one card came out. Okay, the Well. We got card 41. So the Well is, in my personal opinion, it's digging in the reserves of your desires, that abundance is possible, new life. Water has life in it, so I'm assuming that Divine is saying that we're starting this new chapter off with an opportunity to grow and expand our lives. So that's under Men, which is above the crown. What do we have for Logic? What's under Wajet? Ancestor, Spirit Guides, Angels. What do we have under Logic? What do we have under the right brain, masculine energy? I'm sorry, left brain, masculine energy. One card, please. Ancestor, Spirit Guides, Ascended Masters. What do we have for Logic? What is it that we need to be aware of under Logic for this upcoming week after Father's Day? Okay, got two cards. Okay, we got the Lovers, card number 24. So that's, to me, balance, loving self. And this was in reverse. And this is card number 29. I see this card as like the unevolved feminine energy. So it was in reverse. So it says we're coming out of not being evolved in our feminine energy. We're starting to understand what feminine energy is, and not looking at it just as a female, but intuition, self-reflection, self-analysis, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself and others. So that was in reverse. So this image, in my opinion, means that she's not in balance. So this means that we are getting into balance with the feminine energy. So that's under Logic. So that means, yeah, people are becoming more aware of what feminine energy is, and they're aligning themselves with that energy, which is good. That's what we need to heal the world. We don't need more masculine energy, because brute force is not always the answer. What else do you guys have for neck habit, right brain, feminine energy, creative energy? What do we have for... All right, card number 22, that adds up to a 4, balancing the heart. And so I see this as meditating, getting yourself into a good space before you create anything. So I think this is about just making sure that you go with the flow. Okay? You have options available for you. Doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means that you're creating a new life. So think about what you love, what you desire, and what you want to make your future look like. Okay? So create with your heart. 2 and 2 is 4. That adds up to Ma'at, the balanced energy. This card just flipped out, and this is the Tower. And the Tower in Lenormand reflects legal issues. So those of us that have legal issues to deal with, it's be a smart thing to try to get those things taken care of. Okay? And the 9 and the 1 is 10, so completing the cycle of dealing with whatever legal issues are present in your life would be a good thing to just come into balance with, and try to take care of what loose ends you have left to deal with. Okay, and I'm going to put that under both. Both cards are going to go up under neck habit, which is creative energy, feminine energy. So yeah, it looks like taking care of some legal things would be important to do before being able to really refocus on what you might want in the future. So tie up loose ends. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, angels. What do we have under AUSETTHEGODDESS? What energy do we have to be aware of for AUSETTHEGODDESS? Thank you. All right. Card number 9, flowers in reverse. So it looks like we need to master the movement forward. For those of us that have had love chapters close out, it's time to let go of the old and move into the new. Okay, so some of us probably haven't done that. It's a 9. And 9 of Pentacles is self-love in the General Tarot. So this is about loving yourself and making sure you feel like you're enough for yourself before seeking a partner. So that's all about self-love and self-mastery. What do we have under Tahuti, divine wisdom, the third eye? Ancestor, spirit guides, angels. Thank you. All right, card number 34. This is a card of abundance in the Lenormand. It was in reverse. Let's see why. Second card came out, intelligence. Card number 8, Sebek. So it has to do with resurrection and renewal of the consciousness. And so I think this just basically is a continuum of the cards up under neck habit that we just saw. It's about really solidifying our new belief systems and identity and how we're going to move forward. Just getting more clarity, more self-analysis, just time with self and God. Okay, so spend more time with spirit and loving on yourself. That's for the self-mastery energy. Wow. Wait a minute. Okay, this card came out again. That's crazy, because I have actually 2 Lenormand decks. So this card came out again. I guess they said, oh, you're not in the right place. Okay. So, yeah, Sebek was actually here. That's what they're saying. Yeah, okay. So, intelligence. Gemini energy. We need to be clear on what it is that we feel is our own truth. To just continue to fortify your own truth. We're still building the foundations of our new identity. So Spirit is saying still spend more time with self and figure out what it is that you want moving forward. Under the ancestors, we have this is a lily. The lily is blessed energy. It's blessed feminine energy, so it's blessed creative energy. And that 3 represents the throat chakra. So, in my personal opinion, that means speaking the things we want into existence. So, affirmations would be a good thing to do right now, or talking to your ancestors about helping you get the abundance that you want. That would be a good thing. If you don't have an altar and you're not afraid of having one, you can look it up on YouTube. They have a lot of different people out there that can teach you how to look up altars. I'm sorry, how to build your own personal altar to honor your ancestors. The next card we have is Ma'at, and that's under the heart chakra. So what do we have under the heart chakra? Ancestors, spirit guides, angels. Give me guidance for the heart chakra for those that watch this video. How can we align our heart with what the divine is doing, with what the God is doing, the universe is doing? One card, please. How can we align our hearts with what Spirit's doing? That's too many. How can we align our hearts with what Spirit's doing? Okay, the first card. More abundance. Okay, card number 20. I'm not quite sure what this card represents, but I know it definitely is about abundance again. So it looks like abundance is the theme here. Whoa, that's too many. Okay. This is, to me, the Ten of Cups. This card number 1 in Lenormand. So this is your dreams coming true, or just dreaming. There's a lot of good cards coming out. So, yeah, I think the divine is telling us to keep our dreams alive. Don't give up on our dreams. And dreaming doesn't have to be something material. It can be a state of mind. It can be an environment, you know. It could be an energy you want to embody. Under card number 5, or Harakudi, which is karma, we have the breaking of a new day. We're still moving into the new. We're still implementing the will of the divine, card number 6. So that is really beautiful. Yeah, they're still building up they're giving us time. Divine is being very gentle with us, very kind. We're not being rushed. We are being taught to slow down. I think it's beautiful because we've been out of balance with our circadian rhythm for a very long time. What we have under the solar plexus chakra. What is it that we need to know about the will of God? The child. Yeah. They want our heart chakras balanced with the child energy. They want us to dream again. And they also want us to continue to heal our inner child. So that's under the will of God. Divine wants us to heal. That's under Heru energy. They want us to heal our soul. They want us to heal our soul. Heru is the soul. It's your Christian energy. It's your universal self. They want you to heal that inner child so you can move forward, empower, and create. Let's see what we have up under Heru. What do we have under the imagination? Show me. Ancestor, spirit guys, thank you very much. I appreciate you. What do we have? All right, 44. Imagination. Taking a closer look, again, at our intelligence. Examining ourselves. Really trying to figure out what it is that we want. I think the divine knows that so many of us have been programmed by exterior sources that we really don't even know what we want. You know? I personally am focusing on embodying an energy of peace. That's the most valuable thing to me in this world, is peace. Everyone has different desires, but for me, vibration, energy, consciousness, and my state of mind and being is the most important thing to me. So you have to decide what's important for you. Let me bring this down so you can see the rest of the cards. A little bit, sorry. Hopefully you can see it all. So for me, peace is my priority. I can't create without peace, so I'm 24/7. I'm always trying to find peace. Whatever I have to do to try to get myself in a peaceful state, I ask for strength and wisdom and ability to do that. Under intelligence, we have the owl in reverse. So that's wisdom. So it looks like we need to seek more counsel on what it is we need to be doing to get ourselves where we want to be moving forward. 2 and the 1 is a 3. So that's about talking to someone, maybe calling some people that can help you. I definitely resonate with that. What about under AUSETTHEGODDESS energy, giving birth? What do you want us to align to giving birth to? What do you want to, here it is, the stork. All right, in reverse. So this is like a delivery. Okay, it's a message or something. It may be delayed. That's under giving birth. So something is coming, but it's delayed. All right, thank you. I appreciate you. All right, Ancestor, Spirit Guides, Angels, what do you have for card number 10? Give and earthly manifestation. What is it we need to try to manifest right now? Ooh, the Harvest card. Well, actually, this is the Whip. This is like getting things into shape. And it's card number 11 is actually like the 2 of Wands. It was in reverse, so I think this says everything in divine timing. Okay, no need to rush. I think we're still going through a stage of analysis. Okay, and on the bottom we have card number 16. Adds up to creative energy. I'm sorry, the will. The will of God is for us to stay strong. This is divine feminine energy. This is strength, emotional strength. This is ability to nurture yourself and to know what's good for you and what's not, and protect yourself like a mother bear would her cubs. Okay, so that's what we have under the Lenormand. Let's see what else we have. All right, we're going to go with the Soul Journey deck. I believe this is by James Van Praagh. So let's see what we have. Ancestor, Spirit Guides, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. What message do you have for myself and the collective, or those that are listening to me, those that are watching this video? Give me a card for Stellar Gateway Chakra. Amen. What can we do to maintain our peace? Give me one card, please. One card, please, to maintain our connection to the divine. Relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So divine wants us to create better relationships, healthier relationships. That's the message from Father, Mother, God, universe. And that is what's going to bring us a well of life. Okay? So healthy relationships. What else? Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. I definitely resonate with this. I need to work on relationships a lot. I'm so busy working that I know when I transition from this world, I'll be looking back wishing I would have cultivated relationships much more than I did chasing dollars or trying to get accolades or degrees or what have you. I know that I'm going to regret that. I might be back here again on the wheel of life. But discipline in trying to better your relationships for those that you love. I'm hearing that inner strength and temperance is important. So discipline in order to create a better, stronger relationship with those that you love. A lot of us can get drowned in our day-to-day, and divine is trying to slow us down and get us back to the simple things of life, because we are not cherishing life as it is. Life is temporary, and we're so busy feeding the things that are temporal instead of the things that are eternal. We forget what matters, you know. Thank you, Ancestor, Spirit Guides, Angels. Thank you, Lord God, Master. Appreciate you. What do we have under Wajet, Logic? What is it that we... Oh, okay. Courage. Logic. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Okay, I'm hearing people are going to judge you. They're going to have something to say. People are going to always talk about your south node because they don't know what the south node or the north node is. They're so busy talking and running their mouth. And I don't mean to be offensive, but that's just how it came out. You know, people that don't resonate with what you do are not a part of your tribe. You just have to move on. It hurts, but you you have to be around people that you resonate with. That's the new paradigm. That's the Aquarian age. Relationships, I attract those. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. And that's what it's about now. It's about being your own mom and dad, letting Father, Mother, God, Mother, Father you, inside of you, and choosing what's best for you, okay? Not holding on to people because you're afraid to be alone or because you need to be a part of a tribe. It's time for you to believe in your ability to create what you desire. One step at a time. Baby steps. Baby steps, family. Baby steps. All right, what do we have under creativity? One card, please, for guidance. Whoa, that's a stack. Okay, I guess this is going across the whole spread. Forgiveness is under Nekhabit, which is creativity. So we don't want to create from a negative space. It says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And so we need to work on forgiveness so that we can create. It's right up under creativity. You see, we create out of our vibration. We create out of our place of resonance. And we create out of our place of conviction. And if you have unforgiveness or hatred or anything that's of a low vibration or negative, you're going to create that. I know because I've done it. Whatever you are vibrating out to the universe, it's going to come back. It's going to come back to you. Hence, we have power. We are manifestation of the divine. We really do have powers to manifest. And I have manifested a lot of lessons in my life, personally. So work on forgiveness if you haven't forgiven someone, and ask the divine for guidance on how to deal with the relationship. If you need to do a release ceremony, do that. If the divine says go back and get in touch with them, things will be different, then do that. Just go into meditation and pray about it. You'll be guided. Under the crown chakra, Osir, we have indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Some of you may be confused about love. You may think you should go back to someone that rejected you. I would say take some time to think about it. None of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. We all have shadow and light. We all have good and bad. We all make mistakes. We all act in ways that are not diplomatic or kind. And it's part of the human experience. So have compassion for yourself and others and take your time, okay? Don't stress yourself about it. Whatever's for you will be for you. Next, we have freedom under intelligence. So this says to me that many people are still caught up in their mind. Analysis paralysis. It was in reverse. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Like I said, a lot of us are caught up in programming, and we're still running that old movie script in our brain of the South Node, and we're not free mentally yet. A lot of times you can move yourself away from a situation physically, but mentally you're not free yet. And so divine is calling us to spend more time with self, God and self, spirit, nature, and the answers will come. But the main thing is to get rid of anger and forgive, because when you hold that negative, low vibrational energy, you keep attracting negative to you, and that's what you're going to create. That's why forgiveness is up under Nekhabit, creativity, feminine energy. Okay, so healing your heart is the most important thing for you to do. Forgive yourself for yourself, not for the person. And if they did something wrong, people are prone to do things wrong. That's part of being human. That's our human side. Forgive them and move on. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. This is up under Sakir. Ancestors are saying don't judge other people. Just like I said, it's crazy. It's coming all out synchronistically. Okay? I'm gonna turn this freedom up right, because you're gonna be able to say this affirmation of I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. You don't need a person to make you happy. You can make your own self happy. You possess the power and the free will to make yourself happy. So don't go looking for happiness in somewhere else. I believe the big theme of this new Aquarian age is that divine is teaching us how to love ourselves. A lot of us think we know what self-love is, and we don't. We think material goods or degrees or what people say about us is self-love, and that's not true. Self-love is following the guidance of your inner soul, and that's God speaking to you. And so that's what the divine is trying to lead us to, okay? Instead of living our lives to get acceptance from others outside of us, right? We lose our soul when we do that. So the divine is trying to pivot us back to inner love, self-love, right? So we can live through our authenticity. That way we'll be happy, truly happy, and not pretending. Judgment, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Like I said, that's up under the dream card, and the that's under divine. Is that divine wisdom? No, that's actually under balance, under law, under ma'at, under the heart chakra. So I understand that everyone has their own unique challenges and their own path. So let people live their life. Leave them alone. Don't bother them. Everybody's where they are. Everybody's in different places in their journey in life. Don't judge anybody. Just do what you have to do, but don't judge anybody. And just work on staying balanced yourself, because you can't control anybody but yourself. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Follow yourself. Don't follow other people. It's all about living authentically now. It's about you living your own truth, not letting people make you something that you didn't choose to be because they said it or they programmed you or you've been around them all your life. That's not honoring your soul. And that's not owning your soul. Your soul wants you to own it. Your soul wants you to honor your own soul, because your soul deserves loyalty, not that person telling you what to think, how to be, where to go, what to believe in. No. Your soul deserves your trust. You need to trust your soul and trust yourself. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Divine is trying to get you to love yourself more than you love anyone else, because you can't give what you don't have. If you don't have love and trust in yourself, you can't trust another person. You wouldn't know how to identify trust because you don't have it within yourself. So this is just a continuation of learning how to love ourselves. This is going to be a long thing. This is not something we're going to just do overnight. We might spend the rest of our lives working on how to love ourselves. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Father, Mother, God, Ascended Masters, whatever spirit family team members I have. Thank you. Appreciate you for your guidance. Thank you, Father, Mother, God, Master. Under the child card, we have empathy. So beautiful. This is something we got to cultivate, because many people, we are all living in the matrix. And we don't get out the matrix until we master our minds and our emotions. Getting out the matrix is not a physical journey. It's an inner spiritual journey. It's a journey in your consciousness. Terra incognita. It's inward. Okay, so the Christ itself in you wants you to have empathy for the inner child in you and the inner child in others, because we're all doing the best that we can. I'm hearing that John Legend song. We're just ordinary people. We don't know which way to go. Let's just take it slow. Okay? So let's get back in touch with our hearts. Remember that child self. Listen to some music that you listened to when you were a kid, and just let go of all of the expectations from others and yourself. Just let go and just be. Go do something fun. Go to the beach, play in the sand, lay in the sand. I don't know. Just do something childlike, something you used to like to do when you were a child. Just spend a day in your child energy, because you need it. Your soul needs that. I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. So once you get yourself in a childlike energy, it'll help you to remember how quickly and easily children will forgive, and not to take things so seriously. So that's why play and enjoyment is important for adults, because it helps us tap back into that softer energy, the energy of a child, and that will give us the pliability that the divine needs in order to reshape us in our consciousness, so we can move into a more balanced and resonant future, what our soul desires. Okay? So have empathy for yourself and others, because we're all going through our own soul journey. We've all gotten different experiences. We've been through different trials and tribulations, different challenges, different types of families, different backgrounds. You know, we all have different experiences, so we can't judge one another like that. Under Het Heru creative energy, we have loneliness in reverse. I know that I'm never alone, so this is your ancestors, spirit guides, angels saying, universe, Father, Mother, God, whatever you see the divine as, they're saying you're never alone. You're never alone. There's always people on the planet praying for other people that are walking that path of self-mastery. You see all these people? It's like a goddess energy, it's feminine energy, it's love energy connected to the earth. There's people always sending out good dharma for people that don't even know them, because they are of the light, and that's what they want. They want healing for people. So there's people on the planet always praying for you. Angels are always praying for you. Your ancestors that are in the divine mastery energy, that are now ascended masters along with the ancient ascended masters, they're always praying for you, watching over you, and with you. Elementals, animal spirit guides, you always have support. Don't feel alone, because you're not. So I'm turning that upright. Okay, so it's a need to realize the connectedness so that you don't feel alone. Honesty, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Sometimes when people don't believe in the things that we believe in, or reject our lifestyle, whatever way that may be lived, we end up ostracized or separated from people. And what the people that leave you behind fail to realize is that they have their own biases, and they have their own inconsistencies with divine will and alignment, but they don't see that. Okay? They don't see that. All they see is their own truth, and there's nothing you can do about that. So that's why this card says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. This is something that I've really had a challenge with. Have you ever had anybody in your life that was unaccountable? When a person is unaccountable and fails to own up to their wrongdoing, it really makes transforming hard. It really makes mental, emotional, spiritual alchemy very difficult, because you have someone that's blatantly ignoring what they know they need to address right in your face. Blatantly. And they're going to go to the grave with their position because they have to make a point. And when you find a person that's that way, the best thing you can do is just let it go. Let it go. Let them have their point. Let them have their position. And you remove yourself from the equation. Because it's fine for people to choose what they want and they desire. And if it doesn't resonate with you, it's fine. That means that they are not meant to be on your path. They are meant to be on another path with other people, not you. So you have to let go and allow spirit to evolve you. And you do that by being honest with yourself. It says right here, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Some people will lie to their grave. Some people will remain unaccountable till they transition into the next life. It's just what it is. And this is one of the hardest areas for us to alchemize within our spirit, to become balanced in, where we can find a place of peace. Very hard, but in time, it becomes easier. You learn to understand that the person on their journey that's hurt you actually was not spiritually strong enough to allow themselves to be pliable, to allow themselves to tap into that feminine energy, to allow themselves to be human. Some people just can't be wrong. They just can't deal with that mentally. And that's not your bag. That's not your circus or your monkey. Let them live their life. Let them deal with their own consciousness and their own issues. Bless them, wish them well, and move on and focus on your own consciousness, your own beliefs, where you want to be, the type of people you want to be around, right? Just like Father, Mother, God's guidance for us at the very first nectar. Immovable peace, right? That stellar gateway chakra where we get communication from the divine. It said right here, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Stop trying to make things work that don't work. Stop trying to make a relationship resonant that's not resonant. And you'll need what? You're going to need discipline for that. So be disciplined. Let that wheel turn. Let that wheel turn. You never really lose anyone because we're all interconnected. Regardless, dark and light, shadow and light. It doesn't matter. Both spectrums are polarities, and it makes up life. So just focus on what you want. Focus on clearing up your own karma, not repeating the same cycles of the past. Don't go back to your South Node habits and ways and beliefs. Okay? You got to do what feels good to you. And I'm not talking about aesthetically. I'm talking about spiritually. And I'm not talking about things that hurt others. I'm talking about freeing yourself from narratives and cords of attachment of other people and what role they play in your life. Let it go. Be strong within yourself. Your soul doesn't want to be defined by what somebody else says or does, or your soul wants to own itself, and that's you. You're the soul self. Your soul wants you. Your soul wants a dedication from you, not somebody else. So your soul's waiting for you to fall in love with it. So who are you going to love more, somebody else or your own soul? Your soul's waiting on you. That's the ultimate love. That's this eternal well. Right here, inside of yourself. So tap into that self-love and have some discipline so that you can move the wheel forward and start attracting people that want to serve your highest good, not people that want to make you your worst self, but you want to be around people that want to make you your best self. I'm definitely being challenged with that right now because I don't know if it's the environment I'm in or it's been going on my whole life. Like, I've been around people that they just are adamant about making sure they pull out the worst in me, you guys. I mean, they're like dogs, like devil dogs, like bark, you know, how a dog will bark and they provoke you to a flight or fight energy. I've been around that and it's crazy. And I'm like, what is wrong? I mean, you know, I know these people have divinity inside of them, but they're tapped into this lower frequency energy and more than likely probably have an entity attachment. And how do I know? Because I've had one before myself. All right, spirit guides, ancestors, ascended masters, what do we have under intelligence? Give me one card regarding change in reverse. Okay. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. A lot of us don't want to learn how to change. We don't want to learn about divine wisdom. We don't want to learn about spirit. We don't want to learn about the thentrunu, powers of manifestation. We don't want to learn about the laws of the universe. We don't want to learn about masculine and feminine energy, but you want to stay in the matrix. It's in reverse. A lot of people don't want to prepare for what we call transition or death. It's inevitable, but a lot of people don't want to prepare for it. I'm personally getting older, so I'm willing to prepare for it because I made a mess of my youth, and you know, nobody has forever to be here, so I got to getting on the good stuff while I got time, you know, dealing with my soul, because nobody's going to take anything tangible at all. God, divine universe, Mother, Father, God is not going to talk to you about, you know, your positions in society. They're going to talk about, did you listen to your inner convictions? That's what they want to know. I was talking to you. When I whispered those things to you, did you listen? Did you follow it? Or did you follow something else? We're here to live our own authentic truth. So change is in reverse. And so a lot of you need to study the spirit and spiritual science or whatever, religion or whatever you want to study so that you can get the mechanical wisdom and the energy from your conscious awareness that can be pulled in from the universe once you have an expanded, more expanded awareness of what self is, what spirit is inside of you. That will be that power for you. Just like this here looks like spokes, like a, I don't know, I forgot what you call this in a wheel, but this thing turns, or maybe it's in the water pump, I'm not sure, but this looks like a device that will help to get the momentum going, right? Some of us have to learn in order to get this thing going, right? There's different facets of this expansion to move the consciousness. So we need to learn more, okay? That 3 is telling me for you to listen to more Audible. Maybe you can find some Audible books on audible.com. I don't know. I don't have any recommendations at this point. But yeah, learning more expansion of understanding of conscious awareness and our connection to the universe, how we're a smaller universe in ourselves connected to the universe, Father, Mother, God. It's important because without that understanding, there's no foundation. There's no momentum for the wheel to turn. So many of us need to get that divine wisdom. There's the owl. Third eye. And it's also Sebek, intelligence, We need to get more understanding. And all by get understanding. Sebek, raise that dead consciousness, that old matrix mind. Raise it up to the universal consciousness so you can understand what's good for you. It's not about anybody else outside of you or trying to go against society. It's about your inner conviction. You can find a way to use your inner convictions in this world as, a part of society in a way that benefits all, in business and personal, community. You can use your gifts to help yourself and others. And yes, why not have it as a monetization? Why not? Why not have it as a job? Why not have it as a business? Whatever choice you have in yourself that you feel you have the strength to do, you have the intelligence inside of you. But I think basic foundational knowledge is important. I resonate with this. Some of us have to study a specific area. I'm personally studying something right now. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is, but not yet. I will. But I'm studying something right now. It's actually, somewhat in line with this. And yeah, we have to get focused and try to master whatever we're trying to do in the earth realm as well. So this to me applies to earth realm as well as spiritual knowledge, But the change has to happen spiritually first so that you can have the why as your motivation while you move forward in your earthly endeavor. So you can change, right? I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So movement isn't just physical, it's mental too, right? So knowledge can change your perspective about yourself. I'm definitely going through a resurrection of my own consciousness right now, dealing with an earthly educational program right now. I'm very thankful to be studying. I'll tell you about it later, spirit willing. All right, next, and that's under intelligence. So it's time to study, you guys. If you're not going to school, I encourage you to start considering what you might want to take up. All right, next we have giving birth. What are we giving birth to and why is it delayed? We have that 8, so the intelligence is not there. So there's more study that needs to be done. What else do you guys have as far as a one word that you can give me for giving birth to the new? Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. What did I just say? I just said this. Self-esteem. This, when you study, it's going to help build your confidence. It's definitely happening to me right now. I'm really enjoying my studies right now. What are you guys studying? Leave it in the description box. Maybe your service or your business can help someone else. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. That's Undergiving Birth. So we're in the process of educating ourselves and moving into the new so that we can create the new life. All right, what is it you have up under the whip or under physical manifestation, under Geb? Thank you, Ancestor, Spirit, Guides, Angels. I love you so much, and I thank you. That's a lot. That's too much, you guys. That's too much. I can't do that. They gave me too many cards, you guys. Just one card, family, please. Thank you. Ooh, regret. Okay. Ooh, I resonate with this one. Okay, they're telling us, this right here. The whip in reverse, they're saying stop beating up on yourself. Stop beating up on yourself. Life is precious. You completed the cycle. You learned your lesson. It's time to move forward. Okay? Be gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Have love and mercy and care for yourself. Okay? Forgive yourself, basically. I know that I cannot change the past. We can't go back. We can't go back, family. I deal with this at times. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm not telling you that, oh, it's just going to disappear. I believe that many of us have times where regret comes in. We just have to deal with it at that moment and realize we have to release it again because we can't do anything to change it. We can't. All we can do is focus on what we can change in the future. That's all we can do. We cannot go back, much as we would like to. All we can think about now is how we can be a more positive influence moving forward. That's all we can do. And if you have emotional sensitivity or instability about that, pray for a divine inner spiritual strength to deal with that energy of sadness, sorrow, regret. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it will be possible. Okay? Through dedication to self as a spirit, which is God. Learning and studying self. Praying for strength to release the past. Yourself, forgive yourself, to protect yourself from those negative thoughts, thought forms, energies. We do what we know. It's the human experience. Forgive yourself and forgive others. And move on. That's all we can do. All right. At the bottom we have humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So it looks like bringing some joy and laughter in there. The happy Buddha energy will be positive for all of us. All right. That's good so far. Let's see what else we have. What's underlying or crossing these energies? Let's see what's underlying and crossing the energies. All right, Ancestor Spirit Guides, Ancestor Spirit Guides, Ancestor Spirit Guides, Angels. There's too many cards. All right, well, I'm going to take them. Victim consciousness in reverse. Don't see yourself as a victim, but a victor, right? Speak about your experience from a place of overcoming, not a place of defeat. You've overcome it. You're an overcomer. You're a victor, not a victim. Okay, that's what Father, Mother, God, Universe says. Home is in reverse because home is a feeling, and it's also an ideal. Many of us have had homes that were destroyed because of external programming. Many people being influenced by the matrix. Everybody desiring what they want, everybody wanting what they want, and not having one common goal, separating everyone. And so we're all living out our karma. 23. 2 and 3 is 5, and is that 23? Oh no, it's 8. Intelligence, right. So that's 8. Our intelligence was moved towards what we wanted as individuals, and we did not think of the whole. We have not been building families thinking of the whole. At least my generation, I noticed. We were only thinking about ourselves. Very selfish generation we've been. And it's time to think about the whole, because the end game is really what matters. The end result is what you want to focus on. And then all actions should precede that thought. But, sometimes you learn 50 years later in life that you should be moving towards actions that support the end game. Not present pleasure. Present pleasure is not going to support your end game. And if you don't support your end game, you're going to be trying to figure out how you're going to get yourself together before the clock strikes 1 and the mouse runs down. It's just a metaphor, you guys. I'm talking about transition into the next life. What's next up under logic? Give me one card for logic. What's hidden under the logic? Show me one card. One card. One card, Ancestor Spirit Guides. Now that's just too many. I'm not doing that. All right, I'm going to take these two. Help from above. Card number 27. It's about giving birth. So we need to ask the divine for help in giving birth, okay? That's under the logic. We can't do this on our own. We need help. So call on your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters to help you. Your prophet, whoever you see as God, whoever you call on for divine assistance. We're in a place of alchemy. We're creating the new. Right? It's under logic. We're creating the new. Okay? We're creating the new. This is not a time to think we can do this on our own without guidance from spirit. This is not. I wouldn't encourage it myself. I wouldn't encourage it at all. So if you're off track, ask the divine to lead you back in balance and back on track. If you don't have any understanding of where you need to be, ask for guidance. Ask for understanding where you need to be and what you need to be doing. Thank you. I appreciate you, Ancestor, Spirit Guides, Ascended Masters. All right, the next one under creative energy, we have rejection and we have love. Again, we don't want to create love from a place of rejection, okay? So we want to fully heal. Many of us have to continue healing before we think about seeking a partner in the future, okay? So continue that self-love. Continue to go through this process of forgiveness so that if you given the opportunity to love again, it's a healthy love, right? Where your heart is balanced and you've completed the old cycle, not just physically removing yourself, but in your heart, okay? Like where you're not angry with the person anymore, you forgive them, you're not holding any resentment, you're not hating, you're just doing you, right? You believe in yourself, you love yourself, you know that all things are possible, you know that you are unlimited, you have unlimited potential, you know you're a divine, masculine, feminine god or goddess, and you have the ability to do whatever you want to do. So you have faith, you have hope, you have joy, you don't have any reason to stay in that south node because you're all that in a bag of chips. All right, what do we have up under the mastery energy of the crown chakra? Oseer, the all-seer. What do we have under the all-seer energy? Whoa, good Lord. That is too much. They just threw a bunch of cards out. That was too much. Hold on, family. 1 second. I'll be right back. Just 1 second. You have to excuse me. Sister Toffee got some aching bones sometimes. Self-love was in reverse. It's card number 6. So we still working on getting in alignment. Okay? To master the self, we have to come into full self-love. Many of us are still working on loving self, including Sister Toffee. I'm still learning how to love myself, family. Don't think that because I'm a conduit for this information being used by the divine, by the ancestors of ancient Egypt that started me on this, that I have everything all figured out and mastered. I don't. I'm just a channel. That's why it's called KMSC, Comedic Science Channel. I'm a channeler. And once you start trusting that you are a part of the divine, you'll be able to channel too. So this is under indecision. Self-love. Stop worrying about who's going to love you and love yourself. That's the will of God. Love yourself is love thy neighbor as you love yourself. Well, you can't love your neighbor if you don't love yourself. So don't offer love when you don't love yourself, because it's not going to be an agape love. It's going to be an imbalanced love. It's going to be a karmic love. So learn how to love yourself first, the right way. Then the love you give will be a divine, good love that feels great and supports and expands a person's life instead of hurts them. Because if you love someone from a hurting space, you're going to basically fulfill the work of the evil. And if that's your objective, well, you're not on God's side. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I feel sorry for you in the end. If you like spreading hurt, you're going to have something to deal with at the end of your life. And I'm just telling you the truth. And I'm somebody that knows I'm chosen. And I have been handled, severely by my father. Mother of God, they have handled me severely. They don't, yeah. I really encourage you to try to they just want you to know your value. If you could start with that, trust me. When they said Abraham's faith was counted to him as a righteousness, they want you to faith meaning knowing yourself. Know thyself. Know yourself, and then when you know what you are, how you're made, why you're here, what you're supposed to be doing, where you're supposed to be headed, love it. Love it and do it. Love it and do it. One step at a time. Wild under freedom. Freedom was in reverse. Many of us are either coming out of chapters of wildness or still stuck. Many people don't know how to stop being wild, and that's not going to bring balance to your soul. For those of you that have already come out of that, well, congratulations. And the divine loves you, supports you, and does not judge you. Okay? We have to go through what we go through to do alchemy in this planet. We have to raise the frequency of Mother Earth. We have to bring balance in the human collective vibration. And when we alter our own consciousness and energy body within, we bring a new vibration into the world. So self-mastery is helping the collective when you do it with awareness of what you're doing. That when you heal yourself, you heal another, you remove a low frequency in this ethereal realm, the vibrational energy on the planet. So, do you want to heal? Do you want to stay wild? Because the more you stay wild, you're going to bring more chaos to the world. And you're saying all the children of the world have to reap wild energy, chaotic energy. And when you're dead and gone, they have to deal with all this negative energy you left. So what do you want to do? We are creating the world collectively and individually. So think about it. And it's card number 6. This is basically negative creation of Heru. Do you want to be in divine will or out of divine will? This is the energy of being out of divine will. Lost in the dark, searching for the way out. That is under divine wisdom. So it was in reverse, so that many of us are still stuck. We need intelligence. Study thyself to show thyself approved. Study to show thyself approved. Thank you, Spirit Guides. I appreciate you. Thank you, Ascended Masters, Ancestors. I love you. What do we have? Show me what's up under us and care. What do we need to speak? All right. Hole in the soul, in reverse. Many of us are healing, or we need to heal. Hole in the soul. Speak healing over yourself. Say, I am no longer broken. I am no longer injured. I am no longer a victim. I am a victor. I am powerful. I am eternal, and I am not my experiences. I am an eternal, multidimensional being. I'm an eternal, multidimensional being. I am not the things that I have experienced. I am a spirit. My spirit will live on. My flesh experience things that will be in the annals of history. That is not who I am. When I leave, I'm taking who I am, which is God. I am that I am, with me. That is so funny. While I'm looking at this looks like a man's face. Like an older man's face with a beard. I don't know why I'm seeing that. And I see like this looks like a demon spirit right here that's being like taken by the man, like that spirit that tried to take over is being choked out and killed, right? And then I see this reverse, this face here, as like the person that was used being or upside down, or either this is the old self being upside down, but now you are this old multidimensional eternal being that is mastered self and spiritual warfare, and you are whole and powerful. You're like a god. You are not your experiences. You are a multidimensional divine god or goddess. Okay, so that is something you need to speak over yourself, and that has to do with the abundance. That's what the ancestors are saying. Speak positive affirmations over yourself and your identity. Thank you, Ancestor, Spirit Guides, Ascended Masters. What do you have under the heart chakra, Ma'at? What do we need to know about balancing divine law and earthly law? Show me. Thank you. Say what you mean. Card number 18. 8 and 1 is 9. We're moving forward into this new paradigm, Aquarian energy. It's time for you to speak your truth. If people don't like it, they'll get over it. It's time for you to be free. Speak your truth. Say it. People will live, and if they don't, well, they'll live in the next life. Many of you that are holding all of this all this stuff that you want to say to people that's hurting you, you need to get it out. It's hurting you and it's killing you, and you need to get it out. You have to get it out. If people can't forgive you, oh well. If people can't accept what you said, oh well. But those of us that have been hurting, you have to get it out. Otherwise, it will just drive you nuts. So if you are holding anything in that is hurting you, make a decision today to free yourself by speaking your truth. Finally, while the person's alive, and if they're not alive, go somewhere far out in the forest and scream and yell and say what you need to say, and scream and yell and say what you need to say again. Find a ritual on YouTube and make some type of ritual to bury this thing, this pain, this situation. Write a letter. I don't know. There are many different spiritual guidance teachers and masters about closing out old chapters on YouTube. They'll show you what to do. I don't know. I don't have any to recommend. But you need to be active in closing out these chapters. Say what you mean. If this person is alive, say what you have to say. You have to heal yourself. We're still going through healing. This is what I see. This is what I see. The divine is still saying that's the judgment. Say what you mean. You have to be your own judgment. You have to speak your truth, and that's going to heal you. All right, what do we have up under karma? Ancestor, Spirit, God, Ascended Master, show me what we need to do regarding balancing our karma moving forward. One card, please. What's hidden? Inner child. What did I say? Inner child. Card number 7. So the inner child still needs to be healed. And self-love is the key right here. This is about sexuality. A lot of us don't know what divine union is. This is about knowing what divine union is. Loving from the heart and not from any other place. Once you love from the heart, any other expression of love will be balanced and it won't hurt you or the other person. So it's all about loving yourself, understanding what you want and what you need in a partner. Phoenix Rising came out next under, let's finish this. Your inner child needs to be healed completely before you get into union with someone else. That's all it says. Okay? So you need to trust that the divine timing of your healing is already set. There's a day where you will be healed completely, but you got to do the work. And there's a time, if you are seeking a partner, that the person that you're going to be balanced with will appear. And if that doesn't happen, you'll be okay and balanced within yourself. Under the next netter, we have Phoenix Rising. 32, 3 and 2 is 5, so it's about karma and aligning yourself with the will of God. Understanding how to create properly for your future. This is you mastering self, see? She's mastering the energy of the south node so that she can create positive energy in the north node. Okay? Moving forward in positivity, moving forward in empathy, right? For yourself and others, not judging anyone. And thinking about the inner child of yourself and others. Showing compassion, knowing that we all have been experiencing different things and we're in different places on this wheel of life. All right. Next we have Ancestor, Spirit Guides. What else do we have under the last 4? What do we have under creativity? The imagination. This is not imagination. It is imagination. What is this? Imagination and creativity. What do we have under the imagination? Thank you. We have you unleash your creativity. Wow, they're so good to me. I love them so much. Yeah, it's a need to look into your gifts. You are gifted in certain areas of your life and you're not looking into it. And you need to, because you have gifts. You're not alone. Let go of the past of others. Get into your creative energy. Take a deeper look. Unleash your creativity. Okay, what is your heart sing songs about. Like, what do you love, or what are you passionate about? Everything's not going to be beautiful roses. Sometimes it's a conviction. Sometimes it's about law and justice. Sometimes you got to right things. You know, I love police officers. I love paramedics. I love military men and women. You know, there are warriors. There are Harakuti energies, Ogun energies. I love them. They're fearless. You know, well, where would we be without them? You know. So whatever your gift is, whatever your passion is, it's time for you to unleash that creativity. Okay. That's up under imagination or head room. What do you love? They really want you to get into what you love. Yeah, but passion is not always in the light. Sometimes it's about dealing with the dark energies too. So do you, whatever that means. Do you. Okay, take a deeper look into yourself and find out what you're passionate about, and start working, asking the divine to show you how to create something that can help you and others using the gifts that you have in your soul. All right, what else do we have? Lastly, we have 3 more cards under intelligence, giving birth, and then manifestation. We have sadness under intelligence. A lot of people are still dealing with sadness. And this card is a 2. Divine wisdom says that there is no place for sadness. Okay? The scripture that's coming to me in the King James Version Bible is, it will not add a bit or a tittle to your life to worry. Worry does not add anything to your life. So it's better to walk into logic and divine wisdom. I'm not saying ignore your emotions. I'm saying heal your emotions. Okay? The way you heal your emotions is to cry, scream, shout, do whatever till you got to get it out. As long as you're feeling it, you have to get it out. But once you do that, you have to start to study the who, what, when, why, where, how, and why. Okay? And like I've said to many of you before, many people in the world are living their ancestral karma. Patterns, unhealed wounds, unhealed habits, unhealed, misaligned thought forms, belief systems, actions that their ancestors have been living for so long. They just inherited it. You've inherited it, and you have to change it. See? Change. Okay? And so you have sadness because you think about, well, how am I going to make it out here? You have to believe that you have a spirit family. And you have to know that you have the support of spirit beings that are going to carry you through all the way to the fullness of your self-mastery. You have to have faith. You have to believe, and you have to know that your spirit is worth it. Your soul is worth it. And you have to be willing to change. It's a sacrifice, family. I'm not going to tell you this walk is easy. It is not. This walk is not. Okay, physical soldiers, yeah, they're warriors of the physical world, you know. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I have a lot of respect for people that are. I love sports, actually. I even like boxing. But spiritual strength, oh my gosh. Spiritual strength is no joke. It is no joke. It is serious. So people that can alchemize spiritually and make changes, that takes some serious inner spiritual power. I mean, a lot. So shout out to those of you that are spiritual alchemists out there. I have selling out. Yeah. Some of us were sellouts. Some of us are sellouts. Some of us still might become a sellout. You just don't know. Those of us, this is what I'm talking about, the ones that are weak. And I'm saying us because I've been there. I'm not saying that that's my choice. Like, you know, you never know what kind of circumstance you could be in to make you do something you would want to do. Nobody knows anything in this life. Okay, but your heart is what the divine judges. What I'm telling you, though, is you need to come into balance with your heart, ma'at. You got to make sure your heart is light as a feather when you transition. Forget everybody else. You. Are you okay when you look in the mirror, when you lie down by yourself? That's what matters. So, try to figure out if you're selling out anywhere, and if you're around people that are sellouts, get away from them because they're vampires. You see the blood on their mouth, right? They'll do anything they can. Anything they can to get what they want to get. And that's life energy or power. blood is life energy, okay? So if you got vampires around you, get away from them. And if you want your self-esteem back, you're going to have to let go being a sellout. Self-esteem does not come from external sources. It comes from inside. And if you're selling out, selling your soul, this means selling your soul out. Okay? What would it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? If you want to feel good about yourself and have self-esteem and give birth to the new you and receive the gifts that the divine has for you, you're going to have to get rid of that sellout energy. You're going to have to kill that devil. And how do I know? I know all about that devil. I know all about this devil energy. I had this thing stuck on me for 15 years. Matter of fact, I had it stuck on me for 50 years. Some people will do whatever they can and will suck the life out of you to gain what it is they want. Inventory, family, inventory. Next we have take off your mask. And I don't say do this for people, like everybody's getting scared. Take off your mask for yourself. Really ask yourself what you feel. Sometimes taking off your mask means you have to be honest with yourself about how you feel about certain people. Card number 11, Two of Wands, walking through a new door. Many of you are going to have to be honest about how you really feel about somebody. And stop playing the game. Take the mask off. And some of you, some of us, I've done it. We've saved face because the sellout has played mind games, the narcissist. Right? Doesn't she look lost and confused? She looks really clear. Right? It's like, I know, look at her. She's got entity attachment. Look. But she's been in denial because what? It's her cousin, it's her sister, it's whoever. Her best friend, or whoever. She doesn't want to hurt her. But it's like she has to take this mask off and tell her, look, you need to go to rehab and get yourself together. Because I'm not about to have this vampire energy you have stuck on me, taking away my light. I'm not doing it. Right? So many of you will have to let people go. And that's what I see here. And this is the judgment, card number 4, that's Divine's calling you to do, to move into a new chapter. Take off your mask and let people know what you think. Right here where it says, say what you mean. It's all coming together. There's some people you still haven't spoken your truth to that you need to tell what you need to talk to them and tell them what you think for your healing. If they can't deal with it, it's no loss to you, because more than likely they're so selfish, they're not even around you anyway. What are they feeding you anyway? Nothing. So you don't have anything to lose, because they're not even a part of your they're not even a part of your scenario. They're not a part of the fabric of your life anymore. They're not even around. So what do you have to lose? There's nothing to lose, because they're not even a part of your world anymore. You can lose that negative energy in your belly, in your solar plexus chakra, the headaches you have, and the tears you cry. Some of you need to speak your truth and say what you mean. Get it out so you can heal and take your mask off, okay? So you can heal. All right? So family, that's the judgment I have for you. On the bottom of the deck, we have beauty in reverse. See, beauty of the soul has to do with truthfulness. Intelligence is applying divine wisdom. Divine wisdom is knowing that the truth will set you free. It will make you free, right? And what did we have in the beginning? Under heaven, what was Father, Mother, God's advice? Father, Mother, God's advice was for you to seek love from within the well of your own heart. remain attracted to relationships that serve your highest good. It means they love your soul, not just what you can do for them, Toyota. Have discipline to move forward on the path. Don't revert back because you're used to it. Stop the habitual relationships. Home is in reverse because a lot of us have broken homes, because many of us have forgotten the natural way of life and love. So home is in reverse. So we have to make a home within ourselves. Okay? Get away from the victim consciousness. Okay? Free yourself from the old thought forms of the past. You are not your experiences. Okay? And speak positive affirmations over yourself. You are a victor, not a victim. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are powerful beyond your understanding and comprehension. You are an extension of the divine, Father, Mother, God. You are a universe within yourself. You are a master of self. You are a beautifully designed, unique being with a special purpose, with special gifts to give to the collective. And you are valuable and needed. And you are beautiful inside and out. Okay, so no more victim consciousness. The beauty is from within. This new paradigm is about sapiosexuality and building that home of the soul. The home of the soul is what we're building now. Not a building anymore. That's the true beauty of life. Okay? That's what we're searching for here in this well. Beauty. The beauty of life. Removing negative karma. Simplifying our lives. Doing the alchemy and learning how to appreciate life just as it is. Nature just as it is, and ourselves just as we are. All right? So that's what we're searching for, the beauty of the soul. I think that's what I'm going to call this. Reacquainting ourselves with the beauty of the soul. Okay? That's the intelligence that we're being guided to look for next week. This is Sister Toffee, creator of kmsc.online, where we talk about the divine nature within your spirit. I really enjoyed this reading. I hope you did. Sorry for the tongue twist. I don't really think there's anything else we can expand on this. For you fathers out there, again, happy Father's Day. I really do hope your children and your wives or your partners truly show you how important you are, how valuable you are. I'm speaking to the divine masculines. I'm talking to those that are nurturing, loving, protective, sacrificial. I want you to take care of yourselves. And I think I'm going to name this message for the divine masculine, but of course, cross-watching women will probably watch it as well. So yeah, what did I say? I was going to, finding the beauty within the soul, or reacquainting ourselves with the beauty within the soul. This is going to be for you, divine masculines, because it's all about you this weekend. And women, this is about that same energy, the divine masculine energy of raising up the consciousness. That's an active energy. That's a masculine energy. So this is for you as well. But I'm going to title this for the divine masculines, okay? Happy Father's Day. All right. I'll see you guys at the appointed time. And also, remember, within the next week, not this week, but the following week, the website is probably not going to be here. It's probably going to be a whole nother website. So when you don't see it, don't be surprised. However, you can still contact me via email. I'll probably be rebuilding a new website, possibly, in the future. And, if you want to still get the same services that are available, basically it's just an ancient Egyptian spiritual science reading. I take your Western astrology chart placements, whichever ones you want to give me. I tell you which nature it is. I share with you the traits. You can download the PDF now while you got a chance. You got up until the 24th of this month. And once you download that PDF, we can both go over it together. We can do FaceTime. We can do it on the phone. However you want to do it. But basically, we talk about you. We talk about where you are, what you're doing in your life, what challenges you're faced. You don't have to give me your real name. You can give me pseudonym, doesn't matter to me. But we're just here to talk about what challenges you're facing, and I will meditate while you're speaking to me, and I will ask the divine what they are telling me that will be best for you to do for that moment. There are no guarantees. Okay, this is just me talking to my spirit guides about what could be a possible alternative to what you're dealing with. I deal with spiritual issues. I don't deal with external, legal, business, social, environment. I don't deal with anything outside. This is all inside. So if you're looking for some spiritual expansion and you think what I teach or the knowledge I have can be helpful, you can email me at thentrunu, the letter N, the letter U, at gmail.com. Okay? THENTRUNU. Okay? Not INYOU, just the letter N, letter U, at gmail.com. THENTRUNU at gmail.com. Okay? So that's what you have to do. If you want some type of email response from me, give me at least 3 to 5 days, because sometimes I don't check. I'm busy with other things. So readings do have to be made at least a week in advance. You need to leave the time, the date, and I'll confirm with you to let you know. I prefer 2 weeks in advance, if not 1 week. Okay, so from the date that you've given me a time and a date that you want, I'll confirm and reply and say, hey, yes, I have time this day. What amount of time would you like to be booked for? Okay, and then we'll negotiate. I only take an offering for that. I don't take like unless I'm teaching a class, like I teach you about each netter, that's different. But I take offerings for readings, and usually I start at 10 minutes. If you want something past 10 minutes or 15 minutes, then yeah, I will charge you more than the donation amount, because for 10 minutes you can have a donation amount of any amount, doesn't matter. But it will only be 10 minutes. Once you pass the 10-minute mark, it's going to be a per hour or per hour thing. So you're welcome to contact me again at THENTRU, letter N, letter U. Again, be aware that the website may not be up. And if it isn't, then you guys have to contact me via email. You will still be able to go to the links in the bottom of the page and find the podcast. And you'll also be able to see me here on YouTube. Okay, so that's the plan for now. I have a lot going on. It's been quite a journey here. I've been working on kmsc.online since 2018, believe it or not. Yeah, 2018. And I've done it all by myself. I've been wearing all these hats. It's been rough, you guys. So anyway, there's a need for change. And Divine is working with me to change it, and I'm all open for it. And like I said, if KMSC does not remain a business, then I will do this as a hobby. And I probably will still be doing 1 video a week. So it will probably be, of course, the name will be changed. The name will be changed. So we'll see what happens. All right. So you guys want KMSC here, say a prayer, ask the divine to help to provide the right people, number one, because that's the biggest, well, I can't just say that. Working capital and people with the proper intelligence is my issue right now. I just can't do this by myself anymore. I just can't. It's been too much. I've been doing this since 2018. And yeah, I'm tired. So I'm moving more into something more practical where I don't have to figure out what I'm doing on my own, because I don't know everything. I just wanted people to be helped with their personal issues, and I just knew I didn't want any people to go through the pain and hurt that I did without help. And I had to do it on my own. The transformation, the alchemy, the study, the self-analysis. I had to do the work on my own. So I have helpful information that can actually give you real results if you do the work. But you have to do the work. Getting the knowledge and not doing the work is not going to help you. So if you're serious about changing your life from inside out, contact me I'll let you know if I'm available or not. I don't have a guarantee that I will be, but we can see, okay? And if I'm not available, we can reschedule something, okay? As long as I'm healthy and I'm well and I'm able to function mentally and verbally and I have my wits about me, I'm here to help you, okay? Sister Toffee here, creator of kmsc.online, and I'm signing off, all right? I love you guys, but the divine loves you more, okay? Don't forget that. And again, happy Father's Day. Take care, and I'll see you guys the following weekend, okay? Bye for now.